It's me again. Oh, yeah, 7 months later after my last video. I don't even remember making that last video. But it was right at the moment where me and the wife separated. New apartment, new car, which I'm still in, thankfully, grateful. Halfway in between that 7 months, the divorce happened. So that finally came to a head, and here I am once again single, struggling with that a little bit, and of course still struggling with my addiction, still smoking, still fapping. This shit, man. I know I can't just keep doing the same shit over and over again expecting a different result. Right? It's just not. Because these grays gonna keep creeping on my head. Everything gonna turn white. Be a super old head still talking about I'm struggling with porn. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. I really am fucking tired of this shit, man. One time within the last 7 months, I managed to make it a week. One fucking time. And I loved, once again, how I felt. But apparently it's just not enough to fucking stop. It's been probably 5-6 days now. And just before this video, I was watching, I think his name is Mark Capet. My apologies if I screw your name up, bruh. But he said something that that kind of made me think. So I'm going off on a little tangent here. I'm 46, man. I'm not a young dude. I'm 46. This porn shit just make a nigga act young. That and the traumas from my past. But anyway, I got Steam. That's, if you play video games, you know what that is. I got Steam. I'm not a gamer, but I probably have about 50 games on that damn thing. And every blue moon, I find myself, just bored and needing something to do. I haven't been really creating any music lately. Haven't really been motivated to do that. I've been working this damn $15 an hour ass job, which I know is not. I went from freaking $26 an hour to $15, which I'm by myself now, so it's not really a whole lot of responsibilities other than my bills and my bills. But I started playing these damn space games that don't have an actual ending that you're going towards. So it's a constant build up. Buying ships, fighting other ships, fighting other players, fighting enemies, trading commodities, and all that kind of stupid shit. And this is not a video about video games, but he said something. He said when he was trying to fight his porn addiction, he found himself playing a lot of video games, right? Because video games do give you a dopamine hit. Of course, not the same level that pornography does. And I literally had been doing that for like the last week. I started playing this game, and at first it was about learning the controls. Then I would end up getting a damn joystick, which I didn't think I was going to do. A damn Xbox joystick to play the game. And trying to learn how to fly in the motherfucker and shoot other people. And I've been getting a little dopamine hit from that. Like, I would go out into the unknown right? With bounty hunter contracts and fight other ships and shit. And it was crazy because in my mind I was thinking, when I get out here, they're gonna fuck me up. And a couple of times I got blown out of the sky, not from combat, but just from hauling commodities and shit. And I'll get to the point in a minute. But once I got out there and started, taking out the bounties, I realized it wasn't as bad as I imagined. And it's 2 points to that. One, the perception right now seems like the video games are kind of taking some of the need for novelty away, or I'm not so drawn in to sit at the computer when I'm extremely bored. Because this is what happens. I get home from work, I'm stressed the fuck out. I'll smoke me some bud or take me a THC gummy and try to work on some music. They usually don't come out right then. I end up watching some porn. Now, I haven't done any music in over a month, which is very unusual for me. But playing the video game seems to have snatched some of that from the dopamine pool. So I ain't really been focused on, watching porn. And I know it's gonna come back up. It always does, especially at the 7 days when you are fucking struggling, right? It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. But the fact that I'm doing that in place of those small moments, in place of porn, and those small moments of boredom, and I recognized before I started playing the games that there is a definite feeling of loneliness. It's not exaggerated. It's not exacerbated is the word I'm looking for. It's not like, it's not way out there, but it's enough to let me know that, yeah, I miss companionship already. It's not a deep feeling for me, unfortunately. Nothing seems to be a deep feeling. The anger, the passion, nothing. It's all just this light, wispy shit that just comes and goes. It's all still rather flat. But I find myself in those places, and the video games are starting to kind of take away some of that. But I'm also, something else he said, and I think this speaks to this as well, the novelty of the internet and internet surfing also takes a part, because every fucking day I waste at least 3 hours in my morning before I go to work just scrolling through motherfucking Instagram or scrolling through motherfucking Facebook or YouTube and watching videos and shit and wasting fucking time. And I remember my solution for that before was I had this brick phone. I still have it, actually. This brick phone that has no web anything on it. And that at least kept me from picking up my phone and just indulging in whatever the fuck comes on the screen. So I know I got to separate myself from the things that are not healthy, because just internet scrolling, wasting time, that's bullshit. The video games is bullshit too. But the difference between the video games and the phone scrolling is the phone scrolling can lead to a relapse. I mean, all it takes at day 6, day 7, day 8, when you are at your peak, right, is you to scroll across some half-dressed chick. That shit will throw you for a loop. So I'm trying again. Once again, years of doing this shit, and I ain't made no real progress. But let me get back to the point of me making this video. I'm trying again. I'm not gonna stop trying, man, until I don't have to stop, until I don't have to try anymore. I remember my first real 90-day experience. It was before I got married. It was after I broke up with my then girlfriend. I got a little spark of anger in me, which is very unusual for me in my current emotional state. Went and bought a suit. And I devoted myself to 30 days of discipline. That was where I was taking cold showers every day. I dressed every day. I had goals written down. I exercised every day. I kept myself busy with things that would improve me. And I remember very vividly, I will never forget the day that I walked into my job, fully dressed with my fedora on and everything. And I had the sharpest mind I had in a very long time, right? And I want to get back to that. I know that that's the real me as a grown-ass man, not this adolescent adult. And I see all of the markers and all of the signs of an immature old man, and it really does. It disgusts me on a deep level somewhere, and it's part of what I'm trying to get back to, the opposite of that. So the 30 days of discipline, some of the things that I learned while I was in this marriage is that space of vulnerability has to be captured again, where I don't create in my mind the negative energy that I was creating for myself, because that feeds the monster. That puts me back into a state of sadness and depression, and opens things up a little bit more for growth. Because right now it's not growth, I'm hiding behind my shame and hiding behind my issues. So I'm just posting this as an update. Don't hold your breath for any more videos, because you can see it took me 7 months to post another video. Yeah, I got some growing up to fucking do, man. And that has nothing to do with pornography per se, but all of this mishmash of unresolved shit that I just refuse to face. Wanting to be in that comfortable place, because it just felt like I haven't been in that comfortable place. It's like, why can't I have comfort, right? And the fact of the matter is, life is not comfortable. It's not meant to be comfortable. It's meant to push you further than you are. It's meant for you to be better than who you were the day before. So it's a lot of shit I need to do, but I gotta take a step. Right now, I'm gonna focus on just continuing to play this game. Not necessarily because he said that, but because it has been a filler in the gaps of, instead of me forking off watching porn, I'm occupying. These are my days off. Like, I spent the last 2 days wasting time, no doubt. Didn't do any music, didn't do anything productive, didn't clean my room, didn't clean my house, didn't clean my apartment. I literally sat there and played. I'm playing Elite Dangerous is what it's called. Fun ass game. You know, you buying ships and shit. But I wasted time for the last 2 days, my days off, playing fucking video games, smoking bud, and doing nothing. But I can say it's better than watching fucking porn. So if it helps me to move forward, I'll continue to do that until I get to a point where I'm tired of doing that shit, or I just simply don't need it. Because I do get that moment where I just don't feel like playing no fucking video games. At least 95% of the games that I do have on Steam are unfinished, and they probably will never be completed because I just don't play them like that. And I have an opportunity with my music for real growth with the platform that I'm using, and an even bigger opportunity to get into film and TV with my music as music for film and TV. I've done it before. There's not a lot to do. You're not chasing down a record label, you're just chasing down places that need music. It's like I refuse to fucking make the move because somewhere deep inside I don't feel like I'm good enough. And that's the part of me that needs to die. That low self-esteem part. It's just whatever all of these little things are pointing to, I need to get to that and take care of that. And it hurts. And because it hurts, I will lean back on those things that make me feel good as a counter. And so that's how the loop just keeps fucking going. So, in conclusion, man, this is part of what I'm going to do. I know I gotta stop smoking. I know I gotta stop porn. The video games ain't gonna be there to help me out of all of this shit. I'm by myself. I need to clean my fucking place up. No, I don't need to clean my place up. I need to keep my place clean. That's my problem. I can clean it up. I can take a day and clean it all the fuck up and make it all fucking pretty. Like I did where I do my videos and shit. In the little studio room. I cleaned it up. And now it's back like shit. So, and I'm noticing it's usually back like shit after I watch porn. So I gotta come to grips with keeping my shit clean, which means stay a fucking away from the porn. I need to get back in the gym because I'm not getting any fucking younger. I'm fucking almost 40. I'll be 47 this year. I need to write my goals down. I need to attack my goals. Take them damn cold showers. Get off that pussy shit. Take them cold showers. Get back into this space of being vulnerable again, because that's where the growth actually happens in the midst of all of this stuff. Because if all I'm doing is putting negative energy in my head and being motivated to move forward off of that, I'm fooling myself. I'm walking fucking backwards in that regard. And as much as I want to do the counting days and all of that shit, I want to, but I know the problem with that is the failure part. If I fail, then I fail, right? And I don't try to get back on the horse for another 7 fucking months. There's one thing that I know that definitely keeps me away from being tempted, and that is to stay fucking busy. Like, and that's hard because I work a night job where I get off at 11 o'clock at night. I come home, I'm exhausted. Well, not necessarily exhausted, but I come home, I'm stressed and want to relieve the stress. And you know, I gotta find a way around it. I got to get some fire under my ass. So I'm tired of this shit. And it's even worse now that I'm divorced, which went over smooth as fuck. Like we didn't go through shit. There was no assets to split, right? We didn't have any qualms or any shit like that. Paid a lawyer to write up the documentation, got on a fucking Zoom call with the judge, and the shit was done. As a matter of fact, we got on the call, I got knocked off the call. By the time I got back into the call, the shit was done. Like nothing was said, nothing was, you know, and that was it. And I find myself on a daily trying to reason with myself what happened. I know what happened, but I still find myself in my head, and this is what I mean by stepping into the space of vulnerability. I find myself in my head trying to find blame somewhere on my ex instead of on myself, even though I do blame myself. Anyway, well, this will be the first video for 2023. Y'all pray for me that I continue to keep going, and be safe, be sober, be strong. Next stop,